Welcome pioneers, here we are once again for another video. This one is on aluminum and the basic setup for aluminum casing and aluminum alclad sheets. Now I'm saying it that way because I like to trigger you. You might say another way, that's fine. In the hub is where you unlock bauxite refinement. This is our first step that we're going for. This is what I was talking about. We're going to make these ones and these ones. So we just have to unlock these in the hub. Press the big button.
Milestone reached. Quartz and bauxite scanning unlocked. A new generation of basic aluminum parts is now available, which can be constructed from bauxite after a complex process of refinement. The blender will be used in future processes.
We're just going to focus on the really simple things here, is the alclad aluminum chutes and the aluminum casings. Now you need bauxite to create alclad. It's a resource. A lot of it is available up on the top part of the world, the red forest, the pink forest. There's also some in the eastern swamp. And there's some here in the eastern sandy forest. And that's where I've decided to go because it's near quartz, because we need raw quartz to make silica. It's near some coal and it's near some copper and water as well. So there, I've got all the ingredients here nearby. The one thing I really want to explain what I'm doing here is this is another example of the Pioneer First method. You can see a card there on the screen for the Pioneer First method. There'll be a link down below. What the Pioneer First method is briefly is that you only make what you need. So I'm only going to make one machine of alclad aluminum sheets and one machine of aluminum casings. That's it. So instead of, you may do this in your own save, maxing out a normal or a pure node of bauxite and making as much as you can out of it. In this case, I'm just going to make a very simple setup, and this makes for a very easy introduction into bauxite, making aluminum and aluminium products. The most important thing about what I'm going to go through in these steps is that I am using only the basic recipes that are in the game. We haven't gone to any hard drives and unlocked any alternate recipes, and we're not forcing you to use alternate recipes. This is a guide for those people who want to get aluminum working as soon as they unlock it in the MAM, and they don't want to have to go off and find hard drives to get special recipes and continue from there. Rightio, here is our two basic production lines. The one in the foreground we're looking at here is aluminum casing, and in the conveyor belt below there is bauxite coming in, and it goes to that first refinery, and that first refinery is making aluminum solution. That aluminum solution requires water, which is coming from underneath. I'll show you that in a minute, and it outputs silica, and that silica heads down. You can see further down there's some silicon constructors. It merges in with those down there. The output of that refinery is the aluminum solution. That aluminum solution is coming into this refinery here, is making aluminum scrap. So the aluminum scrap is made using the aluminum solution and coal. There's coal running in the back there. The output of the aluminum scrap production process is obviously the scrap, but also water. There are several ways you can deal with water, but in this instance, we're simply going to feed it into a coal generator. This recipe I'm using, and just this one production process to make one constructor of aluminum casings, means that there's only 45 water generated from the output of this refinery, which is exactly what one coal generator requires. And all that requires is me to feed coal in, which we're already bringing coal here. So not only are we dealing with the byproduct of the excess water, we're using it to generate electricity, which then feeds back into our power grid. It's a win-win-win-win-win situation. And we're going to stop there for part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. And don't forget to check out the Satisfactory Guru website for all your tips and tricks for the wonderful game that is Satisfactory. Thank you.